What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Right now you're probably thinking, who the hell is this guy? It's not Ben, it's not Eric, it's not the other Eric. Yeah, my name is Sergio. I'm actually usually the guy behind the camera, but because this is a pretty special install, we have my own personal vehicle. It's a 2024 Ford Mustang EcoBoost, but because it's not a GT, I'm kind of craving that extra little zip upon takeoff. But to solve that, we are installing a ShiftPower Throttle Response Controller, just to help me accelerate a little bit better. Oh dude, big old difference. It's a pretty easy install. Just to prove it, I'm gonna be the one installing it. Let's stop talking, let's get it in. All right guys, so before we actually get started, make sure you get your key fob, you lock your vehicle, make sure it's off and it's asleep for about 10 to 15 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that right now and we'll be back in 15. All right guys, so it's been about 15 minutes already, and here we have our harness for the ShiftPower Throttle Response Controller. First thing first, we're gonna go ahead and go to our pedal and we're gonna locate the factory throttle cable that's on top of the pedal itself. Disconnect it and we're gonna go ahead and daisy chain our harness to it. Yeah, just run the cables. All right, so we're down here with our pedals. You're gonna go ahead and locate your pedal and you're gonna follow it all the way up. And right above it, you're gonna find the factory throttle connector. So it's this one right here with this red little tab right here. You're gonna go ahead and push that tab up, and once it's released, you're just gonna grab it from the sides and then just pull it straight up. There you go. So then once this is off, you're gonna go ahead and grab our new harness from our ShiftPower and then just push it in. And then just make sure it's all the way in. Perfect. Tab is now down again. And then now you're gonna grab this other loose part right here with this red tab as well. You're just gonna bring it upward, same location, same spot. Then you're gonna push it down. Perfect. Once you hear that click, it's in. Just double check it. Perfect. Ready to go. Once all that's connected, go down here. There's gonna be a little opening right here. That's where you're gonna go ahead and plug in our wire for our button. There you go. Just push it in. And there it is. So now that this is connected, we're gonna go ahead and start routing our cables. So this part right here, I'm thinking there's a little opening right here. We could kind of just like tuck it away down here like so. All right guys, so what I went ahead and did, just in case you missed it, but this cable right here, as you can see, it's connected, and I went ahead and zip tied it up here to this plastic piece just so that it's kind of out of the way. All right, so let's go ahead and just clean that up a little bit. Okay, so we finished cleaning up the cables underneath where the pedals are. So we're gonna go ahead and mount our button here. We actually found a pretty good spot right here in this little crevice area next to the USB ports. Go ahead and wipe the surface with like an alcohol wipe and then just let it dry up for about 30 seconds. And then once you're done, there's some 3M tape back here. Just peel it off, put it on here, and then press and hold for about 30 seconds. Peeling it off, and we're gonna set it about right here where this cable could go up a little bit. So then we're just gonna push and hold for about 30 seconds, guys. All right, guys, so it's been about 30 seconds already, and as you can see, it's nice and snug right there. Doesn't look like it's going anywhere. From there, we're gonna go ahead and get this excess cable, and we're gonna go ahead and route it this way. So it looks like we could lift it up actually a little bit right here. So we're gonna pull on it right here, and at the same time, we're gonna kind of try to feed that cable to the back side of it. There you go. That back section's a little bit more loose, so it's a little easier for it to fit. You see that excess back there? We're just gonna bundle it together, put a zip tie, and then this excess, you could just shove it back up here. Beautiful. It's like it was never there. Nobody would ever know. Okay guys, so once everything's installed, you're gonna go ahead and get your little manual here, and there's a QR code right here. You just go ahead and scan that, and that's gonna automatically take you to the App Store or Android store, and from there you could go ahead and download the ShiftPower app. It's gonna walk you through step by step of how to connect your phone to the ShiftPower. All right guys, so first things first, everything's installed, you download the app, you're gonna go ahead and turn on your car, and then once your car powers on, you're gonna go back to your app. And on the top right hand corner, there's gonna be a little icon here. It's the Bluetooth with the car. You're gonna go ahead and press on that, and then just give it a moment. The ShiftPower is automatically gonna show up. So it's right here, ShiftPower 06. Go ahead and hit connect. All right guys, so then once you hit pair, it's gonna bring you into this little screen right here. It's gonna ask for a password. So this password is actually on your manual. It's gonna be on the first page right here where it says password. If for some reason you lose this manual and you can't find it, the password's actually gonna be behind the module itself of the ShiftPower. So just in case. So then we're gonna go ahead and connect, and then we're gonna put this password in right here. And it has connected. We're gonna go ahead and close that, and then it's gonna show you this list of different vehicles. We're gonna go ahead and hit forward, and then you're gonna hit your model, Mustang, and then your year, so 2024. Perfect. So then your phone is already connected to the ShiftPower module itself via Bluetooth, and then these are our different drive functions. So green is the D, which is dynamic. This is more for like your daily driving. The next one here is actually sport, so it's at 50%. And then we have orange at super sport. And then we have the one I'm pretty sure we're all dying to try, race. It's at 100%. Something that's cool with this is it has a valet mode right here. So once you activate the valet mode, this is like, if you don't want the valet driver to floor your vehicle or anything, just hit valet mode, and then it'll keep it at like a steady pace where they can't floor it. You could actually lock it so that it won't be able to work. So it's actually locked here. So you could actually go ahead and press on the gas, and as you can see, nothing happens. It's not working. Let's go ahead and unlock that. So then if we look down here, the button's actually lighting up. Right now it's lit up red. That actually corresponds to our different drive modes up here. So red, match it up. So right now it's on race mode. If I go ahead and press it again, as you can see, it switched it off. Press it one more time. It's gonna go to D for dynamic. Green down here, press it again. It's gonna be yellow. Press it one more time, super sport. For the final one, we press it again, it brings us back to race mode. So it's a little bit easier having the button down here, because when you're driving, you know, you don't really want to be on your phone. So it's very convenient having the button here where you could just reach over and just go ahead and press it and toggle through the different drive modes. And then just to go over a little few extra modes. So if you actually go up here, hit the little settings, go into mode settings. So we have 3 different modes. You have linear, exponential, and dynamic. So then this is for you to go ahead and just customize your different modes for different driving experiences. But we usually like to keep it here on dynamic. So then something else that's actually pretty cool about this is when you go into each drive mode, you could actually toggle and adjust it manually here with the gauge here. All right, guys, that's all the modes. And now that we're all set, let's take it out for a drive. All right, guys, so we are pulling out of the parking lot right now. As you can see down here, we currently have it on dynamic. So then this is just like your typical for daily driving, just cruising. This is perfect. Like if you're on the highway, traffic's going pretty steady. So then right here, before we make this turn, I'm gonna go ahead and press it again. By pressing this, we're gonna go ahead and toggle to the next drive mode. So this is yellow, it's at 50% gain. This is gonna be our sport mode. This is my first time driving with this installed. I'm definitely excited and looking forward to what that's gonna feel like upon takeoff. All right, guys, so here we are. Gonna make this turn here, and we're on sport. Oh yeah, right away you could feel it. It's pushing off a little bit more. Just one mode over, it's making a big difference. Next mode here, we're gonna go ahead and press it one more time. It's gonna take us to 75% gain. So this is super sport. And we are going uphill, so. Oh yeah, dude, what the hell? Oh yeah, you could. This is going uphill. Oh wow. Damn, where you guys been hiding this, dude? Honestly, this is fun. And as you guys can see, like going uphill, it doesn't struggle much. Like one of my biggest complaints with this one, it especially being an EcoBoost, like it doesn't have that same power as the GT. Especially going uphill, like you really feel that downforce and gravity just like keeping you from going up. But with this, oh no, like it's smooth. It's so smooth. And then right here, we're gonna switch it to what I'm most excited for, race. So here we are at 100% gain. Dude, this is fun, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so this is at race. Oh dude, big old difference. Yeah, at first first I was like, when I bought the car, I was like, I should have gotten a GT. But my immediately thinking was like, no, like I commute, I drive, I need something a little bit more budget friendly. And obviously went for the EcoBoost, but no, with this, it makes a huge difference. Like honestly, it feels like you're driving a new car or a different car. Not gonna lie, man, that's pretty dope. That's honestly, that's dope, dude. All right, guys, well, that is it. As you can see, it was pretty easy. I'm really gonna enjoy driving now. I mean, as is, it was fun, but now it's just gonna make it even better. Super easy to install. If I could do it, I'm pretty sure you guys could do it, probably even do it better than I did. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and yeah, give us that follow. I can't wait to show to my brother. Damn, with this thing, it does make a huge difference. I'm happy, dude. Like, driving home from work is gonna be super fun. I can't wait.